Diggly-dee. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? We're glad to see that you're here. Um, we're going to have a very fun time. Hopefully, everybody will get some laughing going on here. Why? Why does the? Can anybody tell me what the title says for this show?
Hey
Anybody?
everybody, how's everybody doing?
Because I'm wondering if any of y'all got what it says. Yes, hit the like button. Good here. The title of the show is Baby It's Cold Outside. Or it's getting cold outside, sorry. It's getting cold outside. Yeah, because it is getting cold outside. Um so one of the things you need to think about is, should there
What's
be
up, Mike?
a power outage? Um First of all, hi Christy Sue. Hi Homestead Reclaim Mike. Hi Huga. Hi George. Let's see, did I miss any of you in here? Hello, God's Night. How you doing, baby? Yep, I got them all.
Hey, what's up, Jason?
Um, anyhow, like if some powers to be in it are speaking about shutting off gas. Okay, so do you have another way of keeping warm if they shut that off? Now, last year we seen that they shut off the electricity. Well, without your electricity, your gas furnace isn't going to work worth a hoot and a holler. I don't care if you still have natural gas access, because one, your gas furnace has an electric ignition on it. Two, it has an electric blower on it. That's what circulates the heat. Okay? Oh, Huga, where do you live, girlfriend? Anyhow, if, you know, if you have another way of heating, it's really important, because if you have space heaters and they shut the electricity off, well, then you're going to need another space heater or another way of heating, you know. So it's kind of need a backup plan for a backup plan, type of a situation. So that way you stay warm. Um, do you have a way to get water if the electricity goes out for a long period? Because the city water towers will only have water in them for so long, and then they won't have any more water in them. You know, right? But if they do another wider shutdown, you know, right? Family homestead reclaim. Um, those are excellent ways. You know, your generators, you gotta make sure they're big enough for what you're gonna need them for. You know, so if you don't have one big enough to operate a space heater, you're gonna like need a wood burner stove or something. Um, Other ways to keep warm, and if you use a wood stove, make sure you keep your fire pipe or your stove pipe cleaned, okay? Because a lot of people, they put the wood in and they put the wood in and they put the wood in, and the buildup it happens in their stovepipe, and they don't clean them. You got to keep those things clean. It sounds like a lot of work, and it is at first, but once you know what you're doing, it isn't that bad. And you gotta make sure you take your ashes out, um, and use a metal pail for it, because your plastic ones, those hot ashes can burn right through because you could have hot coals in there. You know, so I'm trying to be helpful here. I'm trying to make sure that people have ways of keeping warm. Lots of blankets, dress in layers. Back in the days, um, ladies wore a lot of layers under their dresses because they were trying to keep warm, you know. And the men would dress in layers too, trying to keep warm when they were out and about. So yeah. Well, that's good. That is very good. You're very lucky. Um, that it will power everything in your whole house. You know. Um, yeah, Huga, we had to turn our heat on already because it's just too doggone cold without it. Long handles, yes, them long johns. Button flies in the back are optional. The union um, dress code. Otherwise, you can get your two-piece long handles.
Right. That's right, Mike. Majority of people in cities are not prepared, especially the bigger ones. They're not really prepared.
Exactly. You know, um, it's like having plenty of food and blankets, and if you need to use blankets to make clothes, be able to sew by hand or have a sewing machine that's 1975 or older, you can operate by
Hey,
hand and
Vicky.
still do good, you know, at sewing with it. Hello, Vicky. So, it's just one of those things that if that situation happens, it's going to take you a little longer, but the more you do things, the faster you will get, you know. It's like, do you have an axe if you need to cut wood, split wood, you know the safeties on how to using an axe, know the proper way to operate it, know proper way to split wood. And what some people don't realize is if you've got a chunk of wood and you hit it and it won't split, don't sit there and hurt yourself over and over 40 times trying to split this piece of wood. Flip it over, okay? Put the bottom to the top and then hit it. Why? Chances are that piece of wood will then split for you real easy. You know, know your wood that is good for in the late spring, early falls, and know the woods that are good for the dead of winter. The real cold spell part of winter. And you know, so yeah, have shovels, have salt. You know, melting salt. Actually, to be honest with you, you can use table salt for ice. It works pretty good. Just saying, I've done it before. You know, um, so yeah, you wanna, if you have leakage around the window frames, you can put paint or tape up. It will not ruin your paint. It won't ruin your walls, but you can put it up. It will stop the leak of cold air. A lot of people don't know that one. Um, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. You know, make sure you've got plenty of food. Why? Because it snows bad enough, there are times where semis can't get through to get the deliveries to the stores, you know? And so, I mean, all this stuff adds up, you know, to why I I have a thing. I stock up from spring until fall because in the fall is when your bills start changing and you need your money for your heat, you know. So I do most of my gathering and adding to during that time of the year. And then I also grow a garden on top of it. And yes, have ice scrapers, shovels, hats, gloves, scarves, you know. Um, and yes, you can plastic all your windows, you know. It does help with the heat bill. And here's another thing you can do. Okay, if you get the plastic up, you can take a cardboard box and put it up over the window, and then put your plastic up because that cardboard box is like a layer of insulation. Yeah, your room's gonna be darker, but your house will stay warmer. You know, and every little bit that you can do helps. You know, I'm just trying to help people.
Hey, what's up, X?
Hello
Bubble
there,
wrap
Vex.
works good on your windows. So
Yeah,
keep, keep any
you can
bubble wrap
put
you have.
bubble wrap up. You can put old blankets up, Vex. You're right. You can put plastic and cardboard up. You know, I mean, it sounds. They used it back in the day. They would take cardboard boxes, tear them up, and put it on top of the walls to help insulate and keep the house a little warmer. You know, so we're just, we're trying to help people figure out ways that they can do things so that they can stay a little bit warmer. You know, if it gets real cold out, you might have to put two pairs of socks on. To help keep your feet warmer. Yes, and something as easy as closing the door helps. So, I mean, make sure your windows are closed completely and even lock them. Sometimes your windows won't shut right if they're older windows if they're not locked. Yep, we live in a two-story house and oh yeah, we've got plastic and cardboard up over the windows. Makes a big difference. It sounds crazy, but it works. And most people don't look that close to notice it anyhow. But I don't care because we stay warm, you know, and I don't own the house. So I gotta do what I gotta do to keep us warm. That stacks of 2-inch styrofoam 8x8 from a lady who got medicine delivered and didn't want to throw away. Insulated it. There you go. You can insulate your chicken coop with it. You know, just make sure your chickens don't get to pick at it. But yeah, I mean, it, you're better off. The less you throw away is great because
Right.
you need to be able to figure out a way to um reuse instead of just pitching out. Find more than one use for things. Unless you're using propane or some fuel like it, then you need to crack a window open to ventilate. Well, we go outside to smoke our cigarettes, so we open the front door um a few times a day and let the old air out and the new air in. You know, so and we put plastic across half of the front porch, so we're not right out in the elements either, and it helps. So, and if you have a door that has a leak, um, and weather strip don't really work right because the door, it's wide here, small there, wide here, small there. You can take Gorilla Glue and fold it in half. Make sure you got enough for the sticky showing. Put it up on the door itself. It will be like a flap, and it will cover so that the cold air don't come in. Works pretty good, you know, because this year the prices with the way they're going, it's crazy, you know. And so we've
Heck
got to
yeah, it's
figure out
crazy.
ways to pinch the pennies and make them last a little, stretch a little farther, you know.
I was telling you yesterday, gas where I'm at now is a lot higher than it ever has been. Who's OTWP?
George, we're here. You're here at this stream, okay?
I don't know who that is.
I do. So don't come into my chat room and try to promote other shows. I don't do that in their chat room. I don't want other people doing that in their chat room for me.
What's up, George?
Okay? It's just not cool.
Yeah, focus, George, focus.
Thank you, Huga. Um, but yeah, extra blankets. You know, if you got little ones, um, besides disposable diapers, they do have such things as cloth diapers. You might have to change your baby often, especially if they got high acid content in their urine. Um, so you might have to wash them out by hand a lot more often, but that and plastic under or plastic pants, because back in the day we used safety pins, diaper pins, and we had cloth diapers and we put the um plastic pants on over the top so that way they didn't pee on you and get you all icky, you know. And um it was more inconvenient, but at the time it was very convenient because that's what you had to do, you know. Um I just one step at a time, you know. A lot of things won't be convenient to do, but it's going to be a we have to do it that way type of deal, you know. And you can't give up. You got to hang on to hope, and you got to keep telling yourself, I can do this. I can do this. You're going to be slow at first, but the more we do something, the better we get at it, the faster we get at it, you know. Back in the day, they didn't have garden tillers, and yet they put in those gardens. They turned the ground for their gardens by hand with shovels and used rakes. You know, took them a little while, but they got it all done. And they grew garden food for their family, you know? So, I mean, yes, practice, practice, practice. It's just, we gotta, we gotta be ready for anything they may throw at us. It's better to be ready for something and not need it this time, but still be ready for it because you never know. Later on, they might do it to you, or you'll be in a situation where you're gonna need it, and then you'll at least have it. It's okay, George. Um, it's just one of those things.
Dog sweaters.
Yeah, yeah, and you can you can get boots for your dog's paws too. Because the little guys they can't be out in the snow and cold very long. Oh, Vex, get your drink. You'll be okay. I promise. Besides, I should be mad at Mr. Vex. He hasn't been around so I could in his ear lately. Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah, you have been from time to time. All right.
Not when I've been in there.
Huh?
Not when I've been in there. The
Oh,
last,
you mean okay?
yeah,
He's been a busy bee.
yeah. Go ahead, JT. I can take it. Well, Vex is just I was missing you, honey. That's all. Yes, Google, you are right. It is good weather to be cozy inside, not necessarily yawning. Because, you know, I'm trying to visit with you guys and talk with you guys and get your inputs on things so we include you. Very busy and okay, that's your story. I'm gonna let you use it this time only, Vex. You know, yawning myself, Vex. I think I have to go and grab my cappuccino. Yes, cappuccino. I love cappuccinos. And we don't have a coffee shop around here. So if we want that kind of stuff, we have to make it. And we do from scratch. So we can rattle off all the ingredients in it and pronounce everything we put in it. But it's good stuff. We have two flavors of it right now: double mocha cappuccino, and then we have French vanilla cappuccino. LOL, I'm not used to it. It's true. Big things are happening. Yeah, it is cold outside. Boy, oh boy, is it ever. Yeah, that's what they're saying, a dark winter. But even in even in their dark winter, I can still have lights. Just saying, you know. And I know that, like with little kids, you have to be careful because, well, even older people, all people, period, okay? All people, period. You have to be careful if you use oil lamps. You have to be careful if you use candles. You have to be careful if you have animals that can get up and knock them over. We don't
Yep.
want anybody to start a fire, burn the house down, or whatever. We want to keep everybody
Your
safe.
even your kerosene camping lamps, your gasoline whatever lamps you got that take some kind of combustible fuel.
Yep.
Gotta be careful
Even
with them.
even electric heaters, you have to be careful so they don't get knocked over. You know, because they get knocked over, they can. If they're old ones, they could start a fire. If they're new ones, I know they've got a lot of safety devices on them, but it don't mean that they wouldn't be faulty and still catch something on fire.
Exactly.
You know,
They still do.
so
It's because they're cheaply made. They can have all the safety features they want on them, and if they're made poorly or, like you said, defective, yeah, they're gonna catch on fire.
yes, that's what we were talking about, Vex. Be ready for the blackouts and the outright no power. Failed to prepare is preparing to fail. Well, we're trying to avoid that part, you know. I mean, even the boys and girls down in Texas, they're preparing. They're figuring out how to put water heaters in. Up around here, the farmers have always used them in the wintertime to keep the livestock tanks so that the animals had water, you know. And down in Texas, the people are buying them and putting them in their water tanks down there now, too, because they're expecting another bad situation. A friend of ours, um, he has a greenhouse. He put a wood stove in it to keep the fruit trees in his greenhouse warm, so that they don't get cold and freeze. So, and they're way down in Texas. And if Texas freezes, it's not good, you know? So, and in the desert, yeah, it gets hot in the daytime, but the temperatures in the
Vex,
desert cools off, you know?
does that include your female neighbor, or does that chalked up to triage?
What? Did I miss something here, mister?
I don't know. I think you've been there when he's talked about his female neighbor.
No, he's not told me about him having a female neighbor. Oh, now I know why he hasn't been around.
No, it's not that kind of female.
Yes,
I just
keep an eye on your neighbors. They will need your help this winter too. You know.
yeah, I knew it. He's like, yes, damn it. I cannot be a hypocrite.
Anyhow, um, you know, why am I getting no JT?
A ham sandwich is a ham sandwich still, Vix. Can't be choosy, dude. Can't be picky.
Is that kind of like the old saying, a hot dog is still a hot dog?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is getting good, Vex. You want some French fries with that shake that you're watching going down the street? Hmm? We have just turned our show into
Comedy hour?
comedy hour of Vex's life. Okay, I'll take your word for it. But you
Yeah,
know,
papers.
and if you have to make a decision, because I know a lot of people like those smartphones, and with the smartphones you have to have the internet. Otherwise your smartphone ain't gonna work. But if you have to make a choice between having the internet and your smartphone or using that money to pay your gas bill or your food for your family, I hope you make the wise decision, you know, because the internet, they can shut that off with a flick of a switch anytime too. You know, we used to get along fine um without the internet back in the day. Yeah, we had to wait until we got home to get phone calls. I'll be right back.
Welcome
Just
to
a
the
second.
Truman Show. Okay. Yeah, welcome to the Truman Show. That's what it is.
Okay, I'm back. I had to get after somebody.
Uh,
Wait a minute. I heard you guys did crazy and evil. uh, no, but they sure put up with a lot for me, don't they? You know, especially if it's no sleep. Hey, that's fun. Yeah, overtired and no drinking required there. But yeah, we're trying to help you guys, trying to get you to think about things that you might not have thought of or you forgot to look at or think about. Because we want to keep everybody safe and warm, and we want people to have food. You know, so it's just how it goes sometimes. Oh wow, it's turned into Truman Show of Vexes. It really has. We have Vex and we have Christy, and I think me. Oh my, oh my. Yep, that's it. That's all we have for participants. Gee, we've scared everybody else off. Where did they go to?
yeah, there's quite a few
Crazy
others in
makes
here
me
now that
crazy. Yeah, I guess maybe it's because we were talking about getting ready for something, you know, this winter. But
yeah, but it's something that has a high possibility or plausibility. Either way you look at it, there's a very good chance that it's gonna happen. If it happened once, and that's the
it'll
thing,
happen again.
it's been happening in small doses. That's the thing that people forget to understand and realize. If it's happening in small doses and every so often, and it increases a bit, just enough to where people are like, oh, it's just another blackout. Oh, it's another brownout. Oh, there's no gas shortage. You're just gonna get gas to the gas station. It's like, yeah, that's a gas shortage. It's not like there's no gas. It's just they're making sure gas doesn't get delivered. There's a
Right.
difference between man-made and an actual shortage. People are like hoarding.
Vex, you forgot something. You're looking for a stable, rational thinker that is in your state. Because you won't leave your state. That's what you're looking for. Right. Brandon is being naughty. He needs to be taken out behind the woodshed. Yep, he does. And have that old tail feather warmed up and shortened down. But anyhow, this is crazy.
Yeah, some parts of California it's $6 to $8 a gallon, depending on what gas station you go to, and the flavor of gas you're looking at.
Well, I know that
More
like
octane, more expensive.
I know that they're knocking off other pipelines. But do you guys realize that your natural gas that goes through to your house comes in a pipeline too?
Yep,
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it does.
all fuel comes through pipeline, even electricity,
So
all
um
energy.
well the pipeline the electric wire or the electricity comes through wires around here. They're high, they're
Yeah,
under the
but the
ground.
source, JT, yeah, exactly. They're in a conduit, and that's what a pipe. That's why I'm just saying, it comes through a pipe. I'm
Yeah.
just being figurative.
Right.
A conduit is a pipe, but for wire.
Why do you want strawberry gas flavor? Vex, that would not be yummy at all.
It's for his Prius,
Oh,
his hybrid Prius.
okay. Wasn't that what some yahoo thought he was going to outrun the police in at
Yeah.
one time or another?
Yep. The good old faithful trusty Toyota Prius.
Yeah. Ah, blame it on the God's night and his gas flavor. But yeah, they're out to harm everybody as much as they can, however they can. You know,
Yeah, you're
it's
putting it
sad.
lightly, JT. You're being polite by saying that they're out to harm everybody.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to be helpful. I'm trying to um be polite. I'm trying to get people to think about more things. Maybe they forgot something on their honey-do list. Need to check out, need to get this for it to complete the honey-do list of must-haves. Not the I wants, the
Yeah.
must-haves. There is a difference between must-have and I wants. The must-haves are priority, the I wants are optional. So I just thought I'd let y'all know, you know.
I was like, yeah, do I need really functional boots, rated for 20 to 30 below, or do I need brand new Nikes or whatever, whatever people are into these days? I don't know what brands they are. I really don't care. It's just people rather choose fashion over functionality.
Right. And to me, it I'd rather pay more for something is if I knew that it was going to actually keep you warmer, in 60 below or 80 below, you know. When I say below, that means below zero because keeping warm is a number one you must be able to do. I don't care where you live, you know. And being able to heat and cook.
Yeah.
Yep,
Cooking,
yep.
filtration, insulation, protection, stuff like that.
Christy said yes, he did. 3 county run from police in a Prius. Now, was that a regular gas operated only, or was that a hybrid?
Hybrid. All Priuses are hybrids.
Okay, I don't know. I don't have vehicles, so I have to ask questions. I wasn't for sure.
Yep, hybrid.
None, never underestimate camping in your living room if need to. Right, right. You know, that is not a problem
Yep.
for us. Um, Luckily I have other avenues, so that's not a problem. You know, and don't get me wrong, there are still a lot of things that we're working on to, you know, all Priuses are junk.
Oh
I
shit.
wouldn't know, Vex. I wouldn't know. I've never had one. So, you know, it's like I've been working on our must have list for several years, and I'm finally getting it down to less things on my honey must have list, honey must get done list. You know, small rooms are great for keeping warm, just saying. Oh, Vex, are you gonna come and snuggle so we can keep warm? Okay, forget that question. Oh, I can already see. He'd go, here's a thing of hot dogs and some marshmallows. You figure it out. I'm staying here where I live. Feel the love in the air there.
Love in the air.
Yeah, holy Toledo.
What?
I'm just looking around. We were supposed to get some more of that white stuff. You know, they got they got hit with it up in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and then there was hazard and high winds advisories for the rest of the area. And yet our local news station, they pulled a good one. They said there is a weather advisory. It's going to be high winds and possible power outages. And things that aren't fastened down could be blowing around. And but that was it. Didn't tell you where or whatever. So I had to go look at the big weather thingy where they put the weather advisories out from and find out that, hey, we happen to be under two of them at the same time. Don't forget any medical stuff that you use on a regular basis, at least enough to get through winter. Yes. And some of it I know the doctors will give you ahead, enough to be stocked up on, but some of this stuff they can't, which really bites, but, you know, they have to do it that way. So, yeah, you know,
Yep.
I know all of this don't sound like fun and eventful, too much excitement, but it's just the way it is. Um, a couple weeks ago, I said, we were, it was that time of the year where you start getting ready for what's what we're getting hit for and that. I just ordered more extra stuff for myself. Well, Merry Christmas, Vex. I'm so glad you got some more Christmas presents. You must have been a really good boy on Santa's good list. No, seriously, I understand. I was just joking with you. But yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta, keep adding to. It's like your food you're eating. You always have to replace what you eat.
Yep.
So, you can only add a little bit. Okay, that's fine, but at least you're adding a little bit, to your supplies to stock up. You know. So, I'm a good. Oh, do we call him Pinocchio here? I'm a good
Yeah.
boy. Just thought I'd say. Okay, I'll believe you, Vex. I know you're a good guy, but anyhow, um, it's just it's a subject that not too many people want to talk about, but we all need to be talking about it because the prices on everything is going up. Okay, and they have no intentions of lowering it down. All right, over in China. Now this is a good one. Over in China, the prices of food's gone up so much that the government stepped in and told the grocery store owners lower the prices, boys, lower the prices so people can buy food. That was in China.
Well, yeah,
What
but that's the thing. The
what do you
government is the one causing the inflation. They just want to look like the good guy. That's the problem with our every government.
Yeah, but
They
what are the
raise the prices so high that they want to look like the knight in shining armor on the white horse and say, "Hey, you guys, stop
but
being assholes and raising prices on stuff." When it's the government doing it,
right, but my question is what are the chances of the United States doing the same thing?
it has been doing the same. Our government has been doing the same thing.
No, not
Gas went down a little bit here in California, and then it went right back up like 30 times more.
right. But I mean lately since office hands changed.
It has been lately.
Well, not around here.
Because you're in the middle of the United States, JT, it doesn't really affect you guys as much as it does us on the coastlines, on the coasts.
The food prices does.
Well, of course, the food prices do because everybody eats.
No, no, that ain't why the food prices does. The food prices does because they shut all the mom and pop farms, little farms down. Okay, and then they made them all become mega farms. Well, now
Yeah, that is exactly
the
why. Because everybody has to eat, JT. It's a supply and demand thing.
but they don't have. They even drove out the small locker companies, businesses.
Well, exactly. You got to control because you got to control, monopolize. That's what it is. They're monopolizing. Every
So all of our stuff that we would normally be able to get around here is being shipped in from who knows where.
yeah,
And
those
it's a
tariffs and
sad, sad situation.
those import taxes and fees. Well, you get those. You're the one that gets them, not the government, not the companies. You pay that. That's why they tax the hell out of everything. That's why they have fees for everything.
Chrissy,
Fees for the guy moving the box to a truck, and fees for moving a box on a conveyor belt. Those are all fees you got to pay.
oh yeah, Vex is really a good guy. So, and he's got good morals and good intentions, and he still lets
Because here
me
in California,
burp in his
we
ear.
have three big electric companies. Not one, not two, not five. Three major, electric companies, and like a bunch of little ones under them, like subsidiaries. Same with gas. We have dozens and dozens of different gas companies, all under the same umbrella of Chevron, BP, uh, even Texaco's not Texaco anymore. I think shit, who owns? I think BP owns Texaco. What I'm saying is here in California, it hits us harder because anybody on the coastline because there's multiple companies monopolizing the same resource
Oh yeah.
or resources, and that's what it is. It's a monopoly. So you got to knock out all your competition in order to have run of everything.
Well, the one gas company did knock out all of the competitions. They own all the pipelines for the natural gas. Okay. However, when Biden takes out those pipelines, they'll be stuck to a very small area of whatever kind of power they can afford to pump out because the electric company here is a different company. So, you know, the company
Yeah,
they
like I was
own.
saying, like we were talking about before, if most of the fossil fuels get shut down, which that's what it's heading there, and everybody's like, you know what? All you states that get pretty good wind, we're all gonna turn to or sunlight, we're all gonna turn to green energy, and all those fossil fuel companies, like I said, they're gonna convert. They're gonna convert everything over to green energy, and they're gonna get all these massive government grants, which is pretty much just kickback money,
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
just gonna produce cheap, crappy equipment for green energy.
Yep. And then they're going to
I mean, we
say,
saw that in
oh, look at
Texas.
us. Oh, look at us. We're such great companies. We split up into two businesses. We split up into three businesses. You know, even some of the pharmaceutical companies are splitting up into smaller businesses in other areas.
Yeah, in other fields that they have no knowledge or experience in, which is weird.
Vex is doing laundry. But yeah, I mean, I just want everybody to be prepared for whatever they throw at us, you know,
Yep.
because last year that was a bunch of baloney. And yeah, I know, it hit Texas hard. Well, here's the news flash. Texas wasn't the only state that got hit, okay? It went from Texas all the way straight north, okay? It went clear up to Minnesota. It was one county away from me, all right? And I'm just to the point where it was ridiculous that it happened, and it was ridiculous that so many innocent people got hurt and even froze because, Texas ain't supposed to get cold in wintertime. Well, guess what? It can freeze in the summertime. It can get down to 30s in the summertime in the desert. And that's one thing I learned from the reenactments. It might be hot. It might be hotter than blazes out, but you still want to take clothing and stuff for all weather because it can drop from hotter than blazes out to dang, we need to put some layers on because we're getting cold. Okay?
Yep.
I've been to reenactments where, and I ain't kidding you, it was hotter than blazes, and a couple hours later it was shooting out that white stuff coming down from the sky, or dropping liquid gold,
What's up,
from the sky.
Reliance?
Hi, Great Lakes. How you doing? Hello from Michigan. Well, hello, Michigan. How you doing from Iowa? I mean, we're. I wish I could help more people and do more things, but I can't. Okay, but what I'm saying is we've got to do what we can for ourselves so we're ready for whatever. You know, you got an older neighbor, check on them, make sure that they're okay. You got um little kids in your family, make sure that you got plenty of stuff, you know. Oh, how many feet are you supposed to get with that lakefront snow? Because I know that's the storm that's been hitting Minnesota and Wisconsin too. That's hitting you. Because I've been watching the weather. Did we lose Great Lakes Reliance?
Probably still there.
He's still here. Just flares. Okay, I can handle y'all getting just flares right now. This is feet that, and I know how the lakefront operates over there, so that's why I was asking. But yeah, when innocent people,
Are
innocent
those
children
McFlurries?
get hurt for no reason, you know, it's sad, and there ain't nothing I can do about it. But if I can help you be prepared, and Great Lakes Reliance uh, can confirm that Michigan is one of the states you never hear ask for help from the government. They're all set up to be able to function no matter what. Most houses there are. They have more than one way of heating. They have their supplies and they make it. And they don't help. They don't ask for help from the government to bail them out when a natural disaster hits either.
Yeah, I've never heard the Great Lake region ever ask for any kind of assistance.
Right? And that's not a put down. That's not a put down at all against the people of Michigan. Okay? We can use the people from Michigan
Nice.
as an example.
A ham radio.
Oh, cool. But we can use Michigan as a good example on why, sorry, why we should be prepared to be able to function no matter what. Because you have a disaster, who's the last person to, or people, who's the last people to show up and say, hey, we're here to help, and roll up their sleeves and actually help? Uh huh. Yeah, exactly the same one I thought. Let's go, Brandon. You know. Yep. And that's coming up real soon.
McFlurries.
Vex had the McFlurries Friday. Their misery. And Great Lakes got the flurries today. So Vex, did any of it stick to the ground down there? I know Minnesota got white stuff to stick to the ground because they got um about 6 inches up there.
Well, hopefully it's a
Michigan,
good red and not a bad red because the less in name only types, you're just as bad having a Democrat running your state.
right? Mama Nature have a flurry. Nothing stuck. That's because nobody was poking fun at her. Hi Scott, how you doing? We're talking about
McFlurries.
being ready for anything that happens to be thrown at us. The wintertime is here, you know. Um,
Winter is coming.
it ain't coming, honey. It's already here. We done lost fall. Okay,
Oh,
fall
I
was
know.
when fall was
I'm
as
just
long as
quoting a
right, but
series on.
but fall was long enough for us to turn the clocks back, and then it went boom into winter. You know, you know how that goes.
No, GT, I don't.
Oh, trust me, it's brr.
Yeah, I know how it goes.
Put another log on the fire. Hoo hoo. Open up them pork and beans.
Heck yeah.
Pour me a hot cup of coffee. Ham radio will come
Yeah,
in
that ham
handy.
radio.
Yes, it
Yeah, that
will.
ham radio will always be useful in any
Hey,
situation.
Great Lakes Reliance. How much wattage does a ham radio take to operate? Because I know they run on electricity. And I know the different sizes depends on the wattage too.
Exactly, Vex. See, Vex knows what I was talking about.
Uh huh. Because I'm trying to figure out how big of a solar generator you would have to run a ham radio. That's why I'm asking. What's HF? High frequency?
High frequency.
Well, if it only takes 100 watts, I don't understand the
Ultra
high
high and very
frequency.
high.
But okay, so like a 600 watt solar generator would be able to run a ham radio. Or am I wrong about that one? Reliance. I have a no setup. I'm just, this is something that I've wanted to know for a long time. Um, Because, like, I've got 100-watt panels. Separate portable cylinders.
Yeah, we need an independent power source, nothing else connected to it other than just the ham radio.
Right, but how big would the generator have to be is what I'm trying to figure out here, guys. I use Harbor Freight 100-watt solar kit. Okay. All right. Okay, because then I know that mine would be okay if I needed it for that. If somebody close by had it.
Well, yeah, you already said it, JT, because you have a 600.
JT, did you have a No. I spelled every word in that title, Vex, is spelt right.
Did you have a stroke?
You ought to try typing that all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched her do it backwards.
100
Pretty fun.
panel would run easy. Okay. Well, um, you know, because I could plug it into a solar generator hooked up to solar panels. That's where my thinking was going. Um, but yeah, I do have panels too, so you could run off the radio. Oh no, I can't run it off the car battery. I don't have a car. And my dump cart, garden cart, it don't have a battery. And my red flyer wagon, it don't have a battery either. So that's why I was leaning the other way. Because I've got that other one. I just ain't got a car battery.
Oh, shit, that's cool. Dude in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's another thing most people don't realize, and I've known this trick for a long time. No, it's not dyslexic. You try typing that all backwards, forwards,
Dyslexic stroke.
okay?
I
um,
think that's still a stroke, Vex. Just because a dyslexic person has a stroke.
if you put a mirror up to it, it would read right. But what I'm getting at is, um, I used to have a neighbor
Dyslexic stroke.
that had a ham radio, and he, I could go over to his place and we could call people. Okay, on his, we'd be on the ham radio, and the people would be on their landline phones.
Pepperidge
So
Farm remembers.
you know, why do I want to buy a big storage battery? Hi, Lainey, how you doing, hon?
Hey, Laney.
Vex remembers.
Hey, what's up, straight brother? Long time no see, straight.
Hey, stray dog, how you doing?
Yeah, I remember Moose uh talking highly of about marine batteries, deep cell batteries. He talks about those a lot.
Him and
Or he did anyways.
garden battery operated gardener.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured Lainey was gonna be
Good
going
for
night
you.
taking a nap. I am so tickled to see you,
Oh, nap
stray
time?
dog. Yeah, it's her nap time. Because her and Lori's gonna have Hunter and Greg playing Twister one of these days.
Okay.
Love you too, stray dog. Um, yeah, they're gonna play Twister and tie the boys up in knots. That's gonna be fun.
All right.
Store the power your panels are giving you. Well, yeah, that's why I have the solar generators. They store the power fine. Then I don't need the RV
I
and the
just really
marine and
read
the
her
deep cell battery. What?
great. Thank you, going for a bath. Then she says nap. I just saw that right now.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna be going for a nap because she usually is. She's tired. And she usually comes in long enough to say hi and then she goes takes her nap. And then she wakes up and she's all refreshed, ready to have fun again. You know.
It's like, I'm gonna go have a bath. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? A bat?
Backup batteries for
Babe.
storing
A babe. A bat.
this. One love, dog straight.
Yeah, they make all size batteries now. Most decent sized batteries, I think, up to 12-volt uh rechargeable now.
Um, actually, it's bigger than that because look at those great big solar generators that you can hook up a whole house, hook into your circuit breaker and run your whole house and everything on your farm. You know. All right, Scott, you have fun. Fresh and clean. LOL. Ooh, stray dog is fresh and clean. Bippity bop.
Sprinkling?
Um, I don't. I don't know. I thought he was doing Mary Poppins. Bippity boppity boo. Or no, that's Cinderella. Sorry, had to say the whole thing before I realized. He's singing a
I heard you
Cinderella
say
song.
bippity. I was like, what's she saying? Bippity.
It's always fun to spend time with the animals. Yes, it is. Okay, see where Scott said it's always fun to spend time with the animals, and Vex says take care of Ramblin'. And Ramblin' says I'm off JT to take care of the animals. And then
6 volts.
Dog says he's fresh and clean. And then Vex said bippity boppity, and he forgot Boo. That's where it is.
Bippity bop.
Damn the leg between chat and the panel. uh, they should put no. They would not put solar panels on my single wide. Um, a stray dog. Um, you can lean the solar panels in the window at a 45-degree angle. That way they're inside the glass, but you're able to collect energy with them. Um,
Yeah, I think he's talking about with how they do that program where they install solar panels, upon your domicile somewhere.
yeah,
And they won't do that. So yeah, it's better for him just get his own little supply of solar generators.
yeah. And you can buy solar panels for less than $100 for $100 watt. It was funny a few minutes ago. LOL. So what song are you singing now, Vex? My kitchen window would be great for a solar panel. Yeah, actually your south windows, your west windows, you can put them in your east windows too, because the sun comes up in the east, goes down in the west. Okay, the south windows because the sun always hits the south side of the house no matter what time of the year it is. Okay? As long as there is light, your solar panel might be in the shade, but as long as there is light for that to catch, it will charge. It might take a little longer to charge, but it will charge. Okay? And if you have a real big solar generator, those things take 3 solar panels just to keep the one thing charged. Okay? Just so you know. And if you go to get a small generator, don't buy a king. Okay, I'll tell you that one right now. Do not buy one that's spelled KYNG for a few reasons. One, the company will not help you or anything. I bought one, it was defective when it came. We didn't know it until I got or no, we plugged it in. The adapter came with that one. We plugged it in. It went up to 48. It went up, didn't go above 48, and all of a sudden it drained itself for no reason. And I even read the manual on it, and it said um, if the battery's been harmed when it was being made or in transportation to you, that you'll have to return it to them. Well, I contacted the company, never heard nothing from the company. Luckily, knock on wood, and I'm not saying this um because I get anything from it. I don't. I don't get anything from it at all. But knock on wood, I bought it using Amazon Prime. Okay, it don't that don't cost me that much. I don't use it for the movies. I don't use it for the ebooks. I don't use it for the music or any of that stuff. I just use it for the shipping. Okay, and they changed the rules and everything to where you have to read the rules, but when in a situation like this, you get a hold of Amazon, they'll send you the shipping label, or you can print it off. They'll give you one, you can print it off, send it back, and they will deal with the company. Okay? Otherwise, read their user's warranty and stuff, you know. So they gave me the money back. I sent them the messed up item with everything that came with it, and I'm going to take that money and I'm going to end up putting about $24 with it so I can get another 600-watt generator, solar generator to add to our collection to replace that one, which was only a 500-watt one. But you gotta um watch what you get. You gotta watch. And another thing is, a lot of your solar generator companies will have warranties for a year. Check out the warranty, like how long it lasts and that. Um, some of them have it for 2 years, some have it for 3 years. You know. So you want to make sure that you know how long their warranty lasts too. But I'm trying to. Some of them you gotta watch it because you'll get the generator and it won't have the cables. It won't have the adapter. You need to hook it to the cords for the solar panel. Okay. Well, then you have to get the adapter. You have to get the cords. Well, they cost different. Extra money there too. But usually, when you get a solar panel, it will come with the cords that go from the solar panel to the adapter for your solar generator. Then you got to figure out what kind of solar generator do I need because the plug-ins on them for the solar generator are all different. It's like the companies can't do universal. You know, they got to make it as hard as possible for you, I guess, or they're not happy. But anyhow, I'm just trying to be helpful and let you know the pros and cons and you know I don't I've got lights that they have their own solar panel, you know, and I'm glad I got them. I'm glad I got my solar generators, and stuff because then we don't. It's one less thing we have to worry about, you know. But I know what it's like to not have the money. I know what it's like to not be able to afford stuff, you know. Um, we're lucky. Manage money, save up and stuff so we could get it, you know. Meant going without a lot of stuff, but you know, because I am not rich, I'm not high class, high maintenance. I look at something and see how long I can get use of it, you know. So yes, the pros and the cans of it. So no, we wouldn't be able to here because the handyman would have a moo over it, and I don't mean a dress. There would be a lot of towel patties out in the yard when he got through. I live deep in the woods and get direct sun for 6 hours maybe. Hey Doug, that's a lot of hours of daylight. That's not bad hours for daylight. And you could make your solar panels, you know, because each one would get hit with that much light. Well, if you had two solar panels getting that much light for that many hours, and they were 100 watts, that's over 200 watts. So that's not bad hours. Around here, we get like maybe 2 hours of daylight a day. 2.5 because the daylight's shorter in the wintertime. You know, so that's not bad at all. Hi, Red Road. We're talking about being ready for this winter, having backup ways to do things, um, backup ways to cook, heat, all that good stuff. Backup ways to have electricity. You know, we even covered backup ways to have diapers for children. So yeah, it's just one of those. That's what we're talking about today. It's a subject that not many want to talk about, but after last year, and I've been watching some friends' videos. They live down in Texas, and they're getting prepared for whatever kind of weather we get this year. You know, yep, preparing for a dark winter. So Red Road, do you have um a place where you could put like a water barrel in your house where possibly wood stove would keep it warm to where it wouldn't freeze? Yep, I hear you on the solar. Um, if you have a place like a corner where you could sit a barrel, okay, and you could fill that barrel up, even 100-gallon barrel. They sell them in 50s. I know that too. But even if it was a 50 that you could sit in the corner and have full of water, and it wouldn't be able to freeze because you kept the wood stove going, or you had a way to operate your electric heat, you know, then you'd at least have water. You could go out and grab snow and melt it. Yeah, kind of like that, but you could put it in your house. And then you would have water, you know, and it wouldn't freeze because it's inside, and your wood stove would help keep it room temperature, you know, because yeah, that's another thing, you know, to be ready and have, because you're gonna need it, you're gonna use it. And yeah, some good water filters, you know, will help too, because you can run it through your um I have two plastic buckets, and I've got filters in it, and I filter our water in that. And you can run it through there, and you still have good safe drinking water, you know, because that water's going to be a must. And then if you needed to go outside and scoop up some more snow, bring it in, put it on top, let it melt into your barrel, you know what I mean? And that way you'd still have water. Okay, you live in Tennessee. You got filters, okay. Do you have garbage bags, like large kitchen garbage bags? You're gonna think I'm crazy, girlfriend. You can tie them to the branches on the trees. It will, the branches of the trees will fill the water into the garbage bags. Okay, it'll take a while. If the water is sour, move to a different tree with it. Alright? And test it. If it's sweet, you're good to go. You can get water that way. And you wouldn't have to drive 50 miles to get it. A lot of people don't know that trick, but it does work. We could send you snow when I get it. We could send it down there for you. You know, send you a semi load of snow. Yeah. Where's that going? Oh, let's go into Red Road's house. What? What is it? Snow. Ain't nobody in the right mind sending a semi-load of snow down here. Well, she's got friends. She'd be the talk of town with her own pile, her own semi-load of snow. But it takes a lot of inches of snow to make a gallon of water. So. I love it. Red Rose is just like uh um um um, um Reliance. What was his name? Oh lordy. Great Lakes Reliance. He's from Michigan too. And people from Michigan, they are very good at being prepared and being able to function no matter what. So if you know somebody that lives in Michigan or has lived in Michigan, give it a hold of them. Be friends with them. They will know of things that you can do, ways you can do it that can help you. You know, and they'll tell you ways to get prepared for anything too, because they know they've lived through it. You know, don't take in and give tourists in the mouths. Just look at them and go, Red Road Homestead, thank you for helping. Thank you for giving me advice. Thank you for answering my questions. Thank you for pointing me in the right direction. Dang, girl, I didn't even think about that subject. Thank you for opening my eyes up to that thought, you know, or whoever it is that's from Michigan that you know that you're talking to, you know, because that's what we've got to do. We've got to help each other. We got to think of things and, you know, talk about it. And because you'd be surprised. Last winter it snowed here just a dust, and I went to town. I was the only one on the road. The town was shut down. The people looked at me like, "Yeah, that's because you know how to drive in that snow." They down there they don't know how to, honey. I'm sorry to tell you, but they don't. You know, you want to shut down an area. Take and sprinkle some flour, a little bit of wet flour out on. Tell them it snowed. You'll shut the whole place down because they don't know how to drive. Or do like the lady on the old Rice Krispie. Take some flour, put it on your fingers, and put it on your face. Put your winter coat on. Walk into the store. Brr, brr. They'll go, what? Where'd you come from? Up the road a ways. It was snowing up there. No, you got on your face is flour. I'm sorry. I should be making making funny ha-has. I ain't saying nothing bad about people down south either. I like the southern people. So, you know, I have no problems being able to understand them. Just because they have sodas down there and up north you have pops, it's all good. They would panic. Ooh, can I come down and try it sometime? I don't got a car, so that ain't gonna happen. Do it in the middle of summer. That'd really triple them up. Do it on the hottest day of the year. They'd be wondering, what the heck are you going? What's going on here? It's like one time I was watching movies that I had recorded years before, and down across the bottom of the video was storm warning. Okay, well then I shut the TV off, or I shut the video. I shut the video recorder player off. Okay, down across the bottom of the live television feed was a storm warning going on. Total different area, but it was kind of funny. Right. I asked where there's Pop was. They looked at me funny. Waited a minute, and then they says, "Oh, you mean a soda?" Yes, because up here it's called Pop. Down there it's soda. Mhm. Oh yeah. They have soda machines. They don't got pop machines. You know.
What I miss?
Um, Redwood, Red Road, and I was talking about
Oh, what's up, Red Road?
faking out snow, snowstorms, and how down south, she's from Michigan also, and how she went to town one day last winter. There was a dusting of snow, and she goes to town, and she's the only one on the road. The town was shut down. The people looked at her like she was crazy because she was able to
That's
drive and
cool.
they weren't. And down there, uh, they say soda, and up here we say pop. So if you go down there and ask for a pop, they look at you like you're nuts. Well, apparently Christy Sue is might be possibly winning the round of fighting with the laptop. I don't know. Time will tell. All this entertainment. Hello, God's night. You got a heart. All I got was laughs. I told her, I says, you know that old lady that used to do the Rice Krispies commercials where she'd take a finger, put it in flour, put a little bit on her flour, and then fling it on her face? I says, do that. Put a winter coat on, go into town, and then tell them, brr, it's cold out there. They'll see the flower thinking it's snow, and they'll go, well, where'd you go from? Up the road a ways. Do it on a hot summer day.
Yeah, that
So,
would be a good prank.
yeah. I mean, you already got them beat. You can drive in the snow, and they can't.
Like,
I'd
that's
do
a
it.
flash blizzard. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'd do it. I done worse than that. So, however, I used to live in a village where the cool thing was is to con somebody into being stupid and pulling the alarm on the fire department, the fire alarm. Pull the lever. JT, you got a heart earlier in the chat. Oh, I know. I was giving her a hard time about none. We're having too much fun making up fake snowstorms. Um.
She should give you three more now. You guilted her into three more hearts.
Oh, thank you. I know you gave me a heart, baby. Um. Thank you for three more though. Made my day. But they used to dare somebody, hey, pull this lever, and they wouldn't tell them what it was for. And then the fire alarm would go off. Well, you're talking about one street village, right? And whoever pulled it, they'd stand there like duh, and everybody else would take off running. Wasn't too hard to figure out who pulled the dang lever. Um, no, I never. Nobody ever told me to pull the lever. But I always knew who it was that pulled it. That part wasn't a problem for me. But I didn't. I was never there when they done it. You know, caught wind of what they were gonna do to who, but I just didn't say a word. You know,
Like what?
and
Someone pulled the alarm? What?
yeah, they on
No.
this on the street corner. This is a one street town. Okay, I ain't kidding you. It was such a one street town. Yeah, we even had one horse. Okay. Um. Anyhow, the volunteer fire department, they really didn't get paid back then, guys. Anyhow, their fire alarm was on the corner up the street um from the fire department. And so it was around the corner. Well, you went around the corner, they couldn't see the alarm switch from the fire department. And so you had to be a certain height. I was never the certain height. I was always too short. I could try to jump up and I still couldn't reach the damn thing. So I never got in trouble. Nobody ever asked me to pull the lever. But yeah, they used to do that for fun, you know. So it's like playing sliding down the road. Dead man's curve is what we called it. And we had to stop doing that one because somebody in the car almost had a conniption fit. They thought that they hit me or hit us on the sled. They didn't hit us. We made sure they didn't hit us. We were watching out for them, but no, we had to quit doing that fun thing. They were busy taking all our fun stuff away, you know. Oh, it was hard to be children back in the days. Best one was when you took somebody's skis. You didn't take the poles because you figured out how to ski three people on a pair of skis. Well, when you have three people on a pair of skis, you don't need the poles, okay? You don't need the poles because the first two people, they're little, and so you tie their feet to the skis with rope. And then, hi Victoria May Life
Hey,
Unfiltered.
Victoria.
How you doing? Anyhow, you go and the tallest kid in the back puts their hands across the front too, and you steer them that way. And you can control the speed of the skis going down the hill. And then when you get down the hill, you gotta pull the skis back up the hill so you have the that's feet are tied to the bottom of the skis. Just sit down because it's a lot easier to pull them back up the hill than to try to help them fight to get back up the hill. And then you do it again until you get caught because they're not your skis. But hey, it was fun. We were good at slalom, slalom, skiing without poles. Okay. We'd always get in trouble about it. We'd get about six times and then we'd get in trouble. Somebody wanted their skis back, and we're like, "Well, you weren't using them. We didn't break them, you know." But
They were dusty before we got to them.
right, they were.
they
They really were.
they were dusty. We polished them off for you.
Yep, we did. We took good care of them.
We made sure they yeah, we made sure they worked. They
Yep,
did.
and so anyhow, that's yeah. We done fun things like that, and the pasture where we would go downhill. It wasn't a little bitty thing. It was a really big one. But hey, none of us got hurt. The skis lived to see another day. They didn't get broke. None of us were heavy enough to break the skis. We didn't hit no logs. We knew right where we were going, you know. So it was all good. Back then, you had to find your own entertainment. Well, we were entertaining ourselves. And then we got heated up because somebody yelled at us wanting their skis back. So we'd get heated up, yelling back at them, wait out, break them, or we'll run for the house. You know? So, yeah, it was all good. The fun things we used to do. Oh, I just, yeah, you know, make a bowl of popcorn, watch movies on TV because they used to have Saturday and Sunday movies that were a couple hours long. Might have been black and white, but hey, they were good movies. Mom, Pa, Kettle, yeah, Lil Abner, you know, top notch, expensive one. Um, Lewis and Costello, all them great ones, you know. And then you'd make a bowl of popcorn, you'd get a can of pop, and you might have to split your can of pop with three or two other people, but hey, y'all got some. And then we had a movie projector, and it didn't have volume because the movies didn't have volume. They were the old-fashioned silent movies. They were Steamboat Willie and all those great ones. Most people don't realize, but Steamboat Willie was actually Mickey Mouse at first. So, and if you wanted to go roller skating, well, a lot of kids got to go to the roller skating rink, but that was okay. We'd go roller skating down the basement, you know. I mean, it was good old fashioned fun, you know. In the wintertime, we'd get together and have homemade ice cream, you know, crank it, crank it. And then they went and they got an electric one, took all the fun out of it. But and they used to do candy pulls and stuff, making homemade candy, kind of like the old ladies with their quilting bees, you know. That was how they had their entertainment. Couldn't you see that nowadays?
Nope.
You know.
Majority on our phones or electronic device.
Yeah, but their electronic devices won't be working. Oh, darn the good luck. I mean, darn the bad luck. What? You gotta wait until you get home to get a phone call. Well, how the heck did y'all live back then? That's nothing. You should have been alive before they even had telephones. I mean, you know, this is the good old days before they had telephones. A lot of people didn't have running water in their houses. Well, you'd be surprised how many places didn't have running water, you know.
Yep. And
Or,
everyone still went along and did their business as
yep,
usual.
how many people had to use outhouses? Yeah, you know. If you were high society, you got to have a two-seater. And then if you're really, really high society, you got to have a two-seater for the women. And then over here, you had a two-seater for the men. If you were real high society. Yeah. Gotta run to town. Have a blessed day ever. You too. Safe
All right,
travels.
later, Red Road.
Watch out for
Be
the
safe.
snowstorms. You know, the snores. Those. Are you gonna put flour on your face
Watch out for snowmen.
and then go to town and tell them that it's a blizzard outside?
Flash
take
blizzard.
take care, Red Road. We'll visit with you soon again, dear. Oh, I had to ask her because I would do that.
No help.
Okay, take a cardboard cutout of a snowman, put it in the back of your truck or your car. You know, let them all think that that snowman's real. I'll get
Hey, you
all
want to
her.
go the extra mile? Make you a snowman and put it in the passenger side seat
Yeah.
with its stick arm out the window
Make
with
sure
a
that the
cigarette in
bottom
its
of it.
twig hand.
Make sure that the bottom of it is in a plastic bag, so if it melts, then you've got the water all contained.
There you go.
You know.
Reclamated water from your snowman.
However, all your neighbors would be talking about, hey, hey, did you see her new boyfriend?
You look like a snowman.
Yeah, it's wild. He was real wild looking.
He even had a cigarette in his hand. Looked like a twig, but there's a cigarette in his hand.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't work out. He doesn't do no kind of exercise.
Oh, funny. Who says we can't have fun picking out the weather? We're good at
Yep.
it. We're real good at it. All this weather picking, you know.
Yep. Carpool lanes.
Holy cows, we've almost been on 2 hours. Hot
Yeah,
diggity,
2 hours.
diggity. Man, time flies when we're having no fun.
Right. No fun at all. We're the Buzz Killingtons of the YouTube.
You know what we should have done? We should have asked Red Road if we could go along with her. You know, she could have just left
Yeah.
the phone on, and we could have been talking, and she could have said, "Okay, I'm going inside now," and then I could have went and said, "Okay," um, you know, start talking about other things.
Yeah, we would definitely need a carpool lane then.
Yeah,
Like
you
Vex is
know.
saying, carpool lanes. Kind of vaguely somewhere, but I'm not sure. Probably about the
Well,
snow on the passenger side.
right, the snowman and the passenger side would make us, yeah, you know, and then we could ask him, hey, did you know there's a snowstorm up the roadaways? You know, we
Did
had
you know there's a snowstorm totally localized just around my vehicle
we had seven
as I
inches
came
of
into your store?
we had 7 inches of snow at our place this morning. We just got dug out. Where do you live? Oh, up the roadaways. Up the roadaways. What? Yeah, Minnesota.
Wait, we are the road up a ways. You mean there's a blizzard outside?
Yeah, Michigan's getting snow flurries, so
Mm,
you know it could be hard being us.
it is for me. I just don't brag about it.
I don't brag about it
there's,
either.
there's probably there's probably people worse off than me, so that's why I won't say that.
Right? However, thank you. You put up, you Vex put up with me.
I would
uh,
say it's the opposite as well. You put up with us. There's two of
yeah,
us and one of you.
that's okay. I make up for the two of you by being one of me when I get super, super tired and I hit the stupid
Yeah.
stage when the funny stuff comes out.
Oh yeah.
But,
Me no. Me no.
well,
Well,
that's a deep hole. Hopefully, you got water in it. Otherwise, it's a dry well and you're in trouble. Unless you're going to put a outhouse on top of it. Then it's a
did
useful
you line
dry
that
hole.
well if it has water?
Just saying.
You lined that well. Just saying. Just saying. My good.
Uh huh. And then you want to take your ash pail and you want to put some ashes in a coffee can. Why? Because then when you in there, you can put a little bit of ash in there and you got lime. Well, okay, lie. Dang lag. No,
Let's.
that's dang lad. Turn your G upside down and backwards. Oh, it's just one of those days in the neighborhood. One of those days in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Yes. Well, you want to call it now then, since it's slow. How many viewers do you got? Probably like three, two.
Three, we have Vex. We have Christy. Nope, we have Vex and me. Oh, we lost Christy even. Oh well. But
Yeah,
it
because you're
still
just
says
at the
three
two
down here.
hours. Yeah.
Yep. But that's okay because what we warned, we had to encourage, and say what we had to say, you know.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, and Victoria. She says she's still here.
Ah, is she?
Me.
Ooh. Well, hello, Miss Victoria May. How are you today? Listening to all us just going on about none, encouraging people to get ready for
Mm-hmm.
whatever. How to
Mm-hmm.
trip people up the road in your town about a snowstorm. All that good old fashioned stuff of fun, you know. Everything that used to be good old fashioned fun is now illegal. Nobody got hurt. Don't know why it's illegal. But yeah.
Because we're having a good time and they're not. That's a personal problem though.
Yeah, doing great, just listening. Well, that's good that you're doing great, you know?
Did you get your glow in the dark paracord, Victoria?
Why do I have a feeling she shook her head either yes or no?
It's got to be a yes or a no. Just waiting
Because,
for that.
well, she said she's doing great, just listening. Oh, yes. I
She did
finished the
cool.
sash. Awesome. That's really cool.
Yep.
So now what are you going to make?
Usually when someone puts
Do
out, "Do
we
you want
want
to
to
see?"
see? Well, are you trying to say that you would like to come on, Miss Victoria? If you would like to come on, Miss Victoria, and show what you've got, there's the link. At first I thought she said
Show us what you got.
stash, sash.
The stash.
Vex, sash. Okay, it's kind of a cousin to slash. Alright?
Oh shit. Thanks.
All
Yeah, I
done.
have it in my stash.
Can't sell the sash. So can't afford more paracord. Oh, that's sad.
I'll be right back. Let me grab it.
Okay.
Oh, the white is nice on that. Yeah, that's the glow in the dark, huh? That's cool.
So there's a pocket here, and then this pocket up here, you just untie it right here.
Sash.
And it's a deep, deep pocket, big pocket here. And then,
Yeah,
uh,
the way you did it looks good. The big one and then the small one and then the one inside, that the sash makes. Yeah, it's
yeah,
a pretty
and
good
then
order.
here's the smaller one. It's right here. It's made for a taller, it's made more for a man, a taller
Sash.
person.
Sash.
Because for me, being as small as I am, I have to use my left hand to reach this pocket, and it's meant so that a man could reach over right-handed and get to that pocket on their hip. But yeah, it's the last project I'll probably do for a while, and nobody's really wanting to buy it for what I feel it's worth. So
Yeah, of
I
course
guess I'll
not.
just hang on to it.
They want to
But
buy name brand stuff, but they don't want to say, "Oh yeah, we're here to support the community. We're here to help," but they're not really there to help or
yeah,
support
and
anybody.
it's handmade, and it's one of the second one. I hold on. Here's the how it sits on your shoulder. It'll sit like this, and then when you have your pack on the back, it'll
Right.
hold this into place. And then also the stability of it is the fact that it
That's
sits
a cool
on
backdrop
the
of a
guy.
bridge,
It'll
the
sit
river.
kind of here on their hip, and they can put um, like their water bottle or their extra ammo and put
Hard
their
boiled eggs.
pew pew in this one, and whatever else in the smaller one. But all of this, this color is the green glow in the dark, all
Yeah,
of around the edge. So if you hang it somewhere or lay it down somewhere and it's dark, you know, at least you'll be able to find it. I need to tie this a little tighter, but and I made it in a way so you see these strings here that are hanging out. You can simply untie it and turn the
Yeah.
bag whichever direction you choose to turn it. And that's on all of them. This one's not tied. See, if you take it over and you just hook it in one of the edges like this, and then
And just secure it, huh?
yeah, secure it. And then if you got carabiners, you can hang stuff still up under this bag, anywhere on the sash. You can add carabiners. I don't feel funny saying that word. It just doesn't sound right. But and hang stuff, extra stuff anywhere, like up here. There's spaces underneath the bags if you want to put like a water bottle here with a carabiner, and then underneath this one there's space. So there's lots of space to put stuff on the front of you. But yeah, so it's finished. It's just I'm asking 220 for it. I don't think that that's too much. Other people have said to ask for more, but I think 220 is good enough, and that would cover the cost of the paracord, because you can take me down now. It's 1,100 and a little plus foot of paracord, and then it took me like I don't know, about 3 days, and that's like steady for 3 days, only stopping to go get something to drink or go potty or things like that. So I think that 220 isn't a whole lot, considering it is only the second one I've made. So it's only the second of its kind.
Is that
You'll never find it again,
is that
unless
shipping included?
huh?
Is that shipping included in your
Yeah,
price?
shipping included, and it costs
Okay.
well, most everything that I've sent so far has been around $10.
That's not bad.
So actually, the thing is only costing somebody, um, with if you don't consider the shipping that they're paying for that shipping, it's only costing them 100 or 210, because 10 of that's going to shipping. Then like almost
Yeah, then people don't
$100 of it
understand
goes to
that.
the paracord.
And it's made out of paracord. I mean, it's better
Right.
than something you would buy at the store. I mean,
Yeah.
looking at it, the way it's constructed, it's
Mhm.
more durable and it's heavier than something you would buy at the store.
Well, you're not going to find it at a store. Good luck finding it.
Exactly.
You're not. You're just not going to find it at a store, because I've even gone on YouTube and tried to see if anybody else was making anything substantial like that out of paracord, and all I can find is maybe little bags, or things that you can put your water
Yeah.
bottle in, or the bracelets. Um, and that's because of the cost of the paracord, I
Yep.
think.
Right.
And some people do smaller projects. Well, my projects are very, very large projects, and this is the floor mat. It is very big, very heavy, but this edge all the way around is also glow in the dark, blue glow in the dark, and it's both a tent floor mat and a sleeping mat. Also, you can have, if somebody's injured, you can roll them over on this thing and carry them out. A few people grab the edges and stuff, and you can carry them right out on it. I mean, it's 3,000, about 3,100 and something feet of paracord in this alone.
Yeah.
And it's almost $100 for 1,000 foot of paracord. So
And you're keeping that, huh? The mat, you're keeping that one?
yeah, I'm keeping that one because I know nobody's going to want to pay the price I'm
Oh
asking
yeah.
for. I mean, if I sold that, if I did sell that, I'm sorry, but it's going to be like 500 bucks because you got 3,000, which is $300 just for the paracord. It took me 2 weeks to make, and well, it's 3,200 feet of paracord. The smaller paracord is 274 weight, and then the edge, the glow in the dark, is 550 weight paracord. And then with the way it's crocheted together, it will hold and withstand a whole lot of weight. I mean, I'm 100, and I'm not gonna say, but I'm 100 plus weight, and it would hold my weight just fine. And I'm sure it would hold somebody 200-300 pounds on it if needed to be. Um, it's a little bit wider than I am on either side of my shoulders. Um, I couldn't tell you how wide it is. I don't have a measuring thing. But yeah, just the cost alone is like 1, 2, 3, 300, like 320 something dollars, and that's just for the paracord that it goes into that big mat. So that's not including my time, 2 weeks worth of time making it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think anybody, I mean, I can't even sell the sash for 220. So I know nobody's going to buy the mat for 500. So I'll just hold on to that.
Yeah, you never know. You may need it.
You
Right.
never know. Yeah. And somebody suggested there's people with Down syndrome, um, or with some kind of, I think they said Down syndrome, but some kind of syndrome to where they need those weighted blankets.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Special needs like some autistics in them. They
Yeah.
need this
So,
the
and that,
weighted blankets.
yeah. So that's heavy enough that if you're going camping, you could use that over the sleeping bag as kind of like a weighted blanket because it is pretty weighty. So anyway, I didn't want to stay up. I just wanted to come out and show you the finished products.
Well, that is beautiful.
Thank you, and have an awesome day.
Oh, you
You
I'll
too,
be
too.
Victoria. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by, hon.
thank you for letting me come up and show it.
You have a great one.
You too, hon.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. So, beans, um, we're down to one person. Um, how about if we wrap it up
Yeah, that's fine, GT. I mean, a little
and
over 2 hours, which is pretty
meet
good.
meet some other place in a little bit? You know where? What do you say?
Okay.
Okay. So I'll see you in a little bit. I'm gonna go outside, smoke a cigarette,
All right.
and get some more coffee. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, GT.
God bless y'all. Have a great day and talk with you soon. Talk with you same time, same station next week. Have a good one. Bye.